Hi guys. I am about to do a little farming experiment. Actually, it's a big farming experiment, and I figured why not just bring you along. The temptation is to not share about all my little experiments because I would say probably 75% of the time they go wrong. But this is how I learn things. And in this case, I wasn't actually even planning on doing this, but my amazing bulb supplier, Onings, sent me a surprise box of Gladiolus corms. And I literally just had to Google how to pronounce it, and I don't know anything about them. I would have called them bulbs, but apparently they're corms. So I've never grown Gladiolus, which is the first reason why this is an experiment. Second reason why it's an experiment is because it's really late to be really planting these, but I did a little research and I think we can eke these in before our first frost here on my farm. So again, I'm zone 8B. We farm in the Willamette Valley of Oregon, and my first frost is always predicted for October 21st and usually comes more like Halloween. Sometimes if we're lucky, the first or second week of November. So I have just enough time to grow these, I think. Okay, so that's the second reason. And the third reason this is an experiment is because I am planning on growing them in crates. Bulb crates, like this. The plastic bulb crates that my bulbs arrive in every year. I've grown lilies in crates, ranunculus, anemones. We've grown tulips, daffodils in crates, but I have never grown gladiolus in crates because I've never grown them at all. But I tried to look online, and I actually didn't find a lot of information about whether it can be done. But in my mind, a plastic crate is basically a raised bed. So I'm going for it. So it's a threefold experiment. You guys are gonna I'll just take you along with me as we get everything planted and set up today, and then we'll, have to check back in and see how it does. I really hope that I don't have to make a YouTube video about how this didn't work out. I really hope, but we'll see. So again, I have never grown these ever in my life, but I've also never seen them in person, really very often at all. I really like the idea that these can bloom in the fall and give us just something different beyond, the usual fall crops that we're growing. So I Googled all of these. Hank at Onings sent me some really fun varieties. We've got Karma, Live Oak, New Release. I think that's actually the name of it, New Release. It's not like a new release. Adrenaline, and we've got Flevo Fusion. And then those were all in the box and then used to package them as if they were packaging peanuts was all of these corms that I don't even know what variety they are. So this is gonna be a surprise when they all bloom, because they are gonna bloom, okay, right? Because it's gonna work out. But it's gonna be a surprise what everything looks like. So that's what we've got. I think I counted, and it's around 550 corms. We've got the area set up, which I will show you, and then we're just gonna get started putting them in crates. All right, so I buy all of my soil from Rexius, and I actually asked their soil expert, Dan the man, what soil he recommended for this project, since I've never grown gladiolus before, and he just knows everything about everything. So we went bougie on the soil. This is their really top of the line organic premium growing mix. I think it's mix number 3. This stuff is really good. So we're gonna put it in the crates and grow the corms, but then when I'm done with this project, I'm gonna dump the soil back out into my raised beds because it's too precious to let go to waste. All right, so we have our crates stacked up here and our soil is here, and these crates are prepped for planting. And you can see I'm putting 15 in a crate because everyone said on the internet between 4 and 6 inches apart. So I feel like this is a good spacing. So 15 in a crate, and there's about 2 inches of soil underneath, and then we'll fill it to the very top. These are 9 inches deep, so they'll have, what's the math? I can't even do the math on that. 6 or 7 inches of soil on top of them. And then we will, once they're like this, we're watering them in really well. Then we're filling it again, like I said, with the soil. And then we are lining them up along this pathway here. So we're not quite finished laying the crates out. They're all filled with the corms. They're getting watered in really well. And then we will be laying a drip line across the top of the crates, but it just seems like a good idea to use the hose to start with so that they get really, really wet. Because the drip line, you guys know, the drip line's slow water. We need a lot of water to start with. Okay, so that's the experiment. And, oh, wait, I didn't put the drip line out yet. Okay, now it is actually done. We've got our crates with the drip line, you can see just running across the top, and it's all on that fabric. I don't know what's gonna happen. I do not know what's gonna happen. I know what I hope happens, and I will keep you guys posted once they start to grow.